Hi, I'm Rick, and this is my wife, Teresa. Welcome to our home. Come on in. We wanted to build a craftsman style home, and we were looking through many floor plans. It fit our needs exactly what we were looking for.
We found our builder, DMH Builders, because he built a home in our current neighborhood. And due to the quality and craftsmanship of that home, which turned out to be his personal home, we became friends. And then while sitting by a fire pit one night while social distancing, we were discussing how our current home was not ADA compatible. And I have a family member that's in a wheelchair, and it was very difficult to manage through a three-story house. And so we began brainstorming about an available property in the same neighborhood, and Danny agreed to build us a beautiful home. So we are happy to share it with you, and we've been very pleased. We did have to modify the existing house plan due to degrading the land, and there was too much of a slope to try to put a one-story on this existing property. In the original floor plan, there's 2 guest bedrooms that would actually be right behind the fireplace behind us, and so we wound up moving those to a downstairs area, as well as moving the 3rd garage downstairs and adding a game room, and we also put an elevator in order to make sure that we still kept this house an ADA compatible home.
We found our countertops at a local stone yard, fell in love with it. It's called Quartzite Silky. It's out of Brazil. We looked at many options after we found Silky, and always kept going back. We loved the movement in it, we loved the colors, and it was exactly what we were looking for.
By starting with the particular countertops that we found, we then actually started building the kitchen around that as our primary choice for the slab when it comes to the cabinets, when it comes to the layout. By picking that first, it helped us actually start to build some of the colors, textures, and things around it. We chose the Delta faucet because of the quality, and we had experience with Delta products in the past, and also loved that it had the touch-free technology.
We actually used Delta throughout our house in the bathrooms because it is a great product. The kitchen is my favorite room of the house. Why? Because it's mine. When we first started talking about building the house, I said, I get to design the kitchen because I'm the one that does the cooking. When we selected the Welborn Forest cabinets, big thing was the color. We found this Earl Grey color, and we just fell in love with it, the way that it matched so well with our quartzite. The drawers are all soft closed, the doors are soft closed, it's sturdy, and as you can see, they're just beautiful.
One of the great things in moving from an existing house to this house was that we were able to move most of our existing furniture into the new home. We did choose a Grandin Road high bar top table and chairs for our breakfast nook area, and it's been a great addition for our kitchen. We chose the Mohawk flooring because In our last home, we had hardwood floors, and we have 2 large dogs, and standard hardwoods have a tendency to get scratched and banged up pretty easily. So the new luxury vinyl flooring for Mohawk, Tybee Island Oak that we chose was a perfect option for us to use throughout the whole first floor of the house. We chose our SmartCore XL flooring, the Southern Pecan color, for our downstairs area because it's a large game room area, and the large 8-foot planks not only were easy to lay down, but they just made for a nice flooring, very manageable and very durable in a game room setting. One of my favorite parts of this house is the decks. I spend a substantial amount of time indoors working, so when I finally get a break, it's wonderful to come out on the back decks and enjoy a cocktail or go downstairs and sit in the hot tub. Some design features we considered on this deck were the cable instead of using standard wood balusters, so that we had a clear view to the beautiful backyard and obviously the scenery. We also have a natural white pine ceiling that's beautiful and a brand new Fanimation design fan. Again, we love the decks. This was a little bit of a change in our original design, but certainly is one of my favorite parts of this house. We chose ply gem windows primarily because I have some personal experience with them, being in the metal building industry, and the company we work with also owns ply gem. And so I knew their quality of product, I knew they were versatile, they're very well known, they're durable, the double hung windows are easy to clean, and also are just a very, very quality product.
We chose Sherwin-Williams as our paint because I love Sherwin-Williams. It's been a good product for many, many years. It lasts well, doesn't fade. The colors that we got were Sea Serpent and Smoky Blue, Polar White, Peppercorn in the gray in the gables, and the interior is also Sherwin-Williams. We went with Agreeable Gray, which is a very popular color today, and Versatile Gray in the basement. Everything down there is Versatile Gray. We're very satisfied with the performance, the colors. We've had people stop and knock on the door and say, "What colors are these?" So yes, we're very pleased with the Sherwin-Williams colors. We selected Culture Stone because we love the product, the color. Our stonemason actually commented that he loves working with cultured stone because it's an easy product to work with. All the corners are really nice. As you can see on the fireplace, it just blends so well. We used it on the fireplace, we used it outside on the exterior, and then we did it a bar downstairs on the face of the bar. So it's a great product. We chose GAF roofing because the color, actually, the pewter gray, just really popped against the blues of the siding. That's why we went with the GAF product. It's also a very good, versatile, long-lasting product, and that is a big concern, is you want your roof to last a long time.
Key thing to focus on when you are building your home is just, although you're going to have to make some changes, either due to supply issues, grading, those kind of things, just keep focused on the things that you want the most in the home, and you'll wind up loving it in the end.